Hello everybody, welcome to Out the Cold. This is a D&D campaign I'm playing with my friends. These are some of my lovely new friends that we've met via Discord and via D&D. So the joy of the hobby has brought us all together and we are here ready to play. When last we saw our heroes, something rather tumultuous had occurred. They had defeated some animated skeleton creatures and one rather strong one in armor, and when pulling the armor away and inspecting the remains of these animated undead, it was discovered that they were Arden's order, his order of monks that he had been a part of before a monastery that he had lived in, that was his home, fell. Now, they sealed themselves up inside of a tomb with the remnants of the door and a table to make rest, to recoup and regain their senses, and maybe some sense be made out of this dark place. And so we shall begin. Maruk.
Yeah.
Make
There is a
Constitution saving
smell.
throw.
There is the smell of fire and burning, smoke, and screams, explosions, and that hiss of magical energy ripping through the air. The clash of swords on swords. You open your eyes. The land is strewn with blood. You are charging towards an enemy line. There are your fellows beside you. A huge explosion goes off. A magical fireball explodes beside you. You're blown sideways, but mainly from the shock of a body hitting you. You look down and in your arms you cradle one of your own. He looks at you and tries to speak. Nothing but blood comes out of his mouth. You wake up. You're in a cold tomb with these four
You're gonna traumatize us.
people around us. At the door, still sort of shoring up the barrier, is Nanyala peering out of the door. And Nan, you still see that glow in the distance towards that large pillar that you witnessed earlier. Everybody else is just coming to, and Sin, you are trying to still get this ichor off your hands. Arden and Nyala, you were having a moment. We're going to say that you've rested and you've had your long rest and you've come to. Now, tell me what's happening with you two.
Well, Arden can't see anything for starters.
Yeah, it's pitch black for you. Very dark.
I presume first thing Arden's going to do is probably take out a torch and light it.
And the light flickers over these tombs that you were once revered and prayed over, and you were you don't recognize this specific one, but there were many of these strewn throughout the lower levels of your monastery, and they were places of great reverence where you would give prayers and thanks.
Arden just lifts up the torch and just looks around the rest of the room, just tries to get an eye and a bead on everybody, see what they're all up to.
Maruk is...
I'm sleeping near you, just behind the tomb, between the wall and the tomb. So I have just like cats do when they're prefer sleeping in tight space.
Yeah, and Nan
I
is up
suppose
by
there's something I should tell you all.
Are we awake?
Maruk's just come to. Sin
Presume
had
they're all
finished.
awake.
Sin had finished meditating and was trying to clean off the ink from the octopus type creatures, and Nan is sort of still peering out of through the slots in the doorway that was shored up.
Have you rested, Nanyala?
No, I have not. I need to rest a while. I'm just looking. I think I can see a light. Is it in? Could I maybe get any kind of clearer view? Or I think it's way too far to be honest. Right?
It's behind that pillar. It's something.
Oh, behind it, not on top.
No, something behind it on your level, on the level that you're on. It's a greenish glow. It's not like the candlelight that you've seen before. It's a kind of green, purple kind of glow. That's all you see for now.
Okay, Maruk, do you see what I see? There's some lights.
Whereabouts? Let me see.
Just to the side.
I'll just move your page on Roll20, guys, so that you can sort of get an idea where we're talking. All right.
I sort of, do a line of sight down my arm and kind of direct. Mostly just to get confirmation that I'm not the only one seeing it.
I'll ping where it is, if I can. So from where you are, how do you do that ping, George? Do you double click?
Press and hold.
Oh, okay. You see where that was?
Yeah.
There, yeah.
Sort of up behind that bit there, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Maruk, make a perception check.
While is Harry doing this, I'm just going to wake up so you can see my ears like shuffling a bit and just starting to move in all the directions to capture any
Before you wake up,
sounds.
Before you wake up, you kind of come to, and you hear the thing that woke you up is the of Arden lighting the torch, and that kind of makes you come out of your slumber.
11.
Lovely. Okay, cool. You do see a similar glow at this behind that pillar.
Yes, there is definitely something there. I'm not. You're not going crazy. Don't worry. There is something there. I'm not quite sure what it is, but as soon as you have rested, we will go and explore what it is. But for now, you need to rest.
Okay, so you swap watch, and Maruk is on the door.
Yeah, and I'll head towards the back of the room and.
I just go to Arden and see what he's doing for now.
Not much. I'm just sitting there.
Okay. Do you want to carry on with that? Do you want to carry on with that?
Yes.
Announcement to the room, Arden. So something I should tell you all is how you began.
Yeah. I know where we are, and we need to leave here as soon as possible. We need to get out.
What do you mean?
Why?
This
Yes, Arden.
This place is called Zimrica. I know this because this was once my home.
Okay.
Many years back, I trained under an order called the Open Hand. And Zimrica was my home. It was a monastery, if you will, one of many that had spread across Frohast and the rest of the continents. And while I was away, I returned years back, and the monastery was lost to the ice. I don't know what had happened. There was some kind of great fall or collapse or a great catastrophe, and my home was gone.
Where was it?
And right here, we're standing in it.
So you mean this whole thing here, where we are standing, was your
Parts of it, yes.
monastery? Tell me, did you and your mentor travel a lot? You can see she's completely serious, not any kind of expression, just dead serious.
We've gotten around. Part of their whole creed was helping where we can. We would travel. We were sent across the land, different places, from small villages to cities to unknown areas. And it was during one of these travels that once we returned, we'd go away for months at a time. We would travel.
Okay.
And when we returned, Simrika was gone.
You guys spread you were pretty big as an order, right? Did you have any cities, quarters, anything?
Look, that's beside the point. What I'm trying to tell you is this place is not safe. Zimrika was the monastery where we would bury the dead of the order. And Zimrika alone was home to hundreds of the order when they were living. And
Still
Zimrika would
doesn't
be
answer
where
my
the
question.
dead were sent from other monasteries across the continent to be buried.
So what you're saying is we are currently in a mass graveyard.
Yes. It's not just the revered dead that were buried here, it was all dead that belonged to the order.
So there could
Well,
be...
And I am afraid that if these 5 graves here, these tombs, they have been desecrated. There are runes, magic that I have never seen, that has brought them back from their rest and is controlling their will.
Nyala.
well, this doesn't answer my question. I can get to understand your concern. And while I can make a connection between this magic that I sense while examining the runes with you, with this demonic temple, do you think maybe there's still someone of your order here that could answer our question, specifically yours?
I don't think there's any answers to be found here, only death. There are hundreds more, potentially many more hundreds of what these people have become.
Where's the dragon yours, then?
Look, I recognize some parts, I don't recognize all. Whatever happened to Zimrika, whatever this collapse, this fall was, there were caverns that went deep, deep below the monastery. Things that were here centuries, if not thousands of years before we were.
You are skipping my question. Arden, I may not seem like a very patient person, but now this is getting on my nerves. Was the dragon yours?
I don't know.
You did not have a dragon as part of your order.
No, we didn't. Not to my knowledge, anyway.
I see. Then we should get out of here quick then.
We need to leave.
Okay. So at this point, you see that Nan is taking her rest, and Maruk, you are glancing out of the space in the window after hearing this, as this news settles in that some of this may be related to Arden, and Sin, you are watching Maruk watching out of the door, and Maruk, you see this light growing brighter. Make another perception for me.
22.
Okay. You do see what is happening. You see something emerge from round the edge of that.
I can hear you. My headset's just died, so I'm gonna have to.
Okay, cool. Sorry, my chat box popped up. You see something emerging from round the edge of the pillar. At first, you can't really see a shine in the blackness, but you see caprice, like hard chitin, black in the blackness. And it's jagged and spiked, forked. And then following that seems to be attached to a head that twitches, and you see antenna upon it, feeling round in the darkness, and then behind it a massive domed shell and 6 legs. And upon the top of this shell that is where the source of the glow is coming from. Upon it there are fungi sprouting from this beetle's shell. Green glowing, purple glowing, and the spores also glow in this phosphorescence round it. And it's a strange moment of peace, something natural for the first time in so long.
Did we hide the body of the mushroom?
And the creature starts coming in your direction. Now the fires have gone up. It seems like maybe the creatures of this cave that are the residents, but maybe not the ones out to get you, are emerging from their slumber or their hiding places after the fight has gone quiet. And this beetle comes towards you. I'd like everybody to make a stealth check.
19.
Okay.
19.
7.
Okay.
I was asleep.
Nan?
Souls.
Nan, are you snoring?
No. Wait for Arden's.
Oh, that one.
Wow.
Oh.
What's your sin?
The most Dexy of the party.
20.
20. Okay.
Arden's not having a good day.
So.
And the
Behind
next
the
day
pillar.
would be worse.
Behind the pillar, you see the first one emerge. And then a second one comes round. And their antennas touch and they sort of do some sort of communication between the two of them. And one of them goes in the other direction and scuttles off in the darkness. And you see its glowing caprice just drifting off into the darkness. And the other one comes feeling towards you. And it skirts away from the door. maybe it senses the death that occurred outside, or it doesn't quite like the scent of the black ichor of the creatures that you'd previously slain. It heads for the burning pile of bodies. It's a long rest, by the way. By the end of this, it'll be a long rest, so everyone top off. And you see them. It's kind of using its. Looks like a giant stag beetle now. It's closer, but this is maybe 10 foot to the top of this beetle or its back, and then the spores and mushrooms on top of it. Some more, and it shuffles round and finds something to eat within the tents, and maybe some flesh, maybe some provisions that you guys didn't find, and then it moves down towards you guys, this creature, down towards where the mushrooms were growing that you found earlier. And a peculiar thing happens. Some of the mushrooms that were on the stack pull themselves out of the ground and crawl up this beast's back and deposit themselves upon its shell. And some others, the glowing ones, come off and deposit themselves back on this kind of pile of fungus. And there's these glowing mushrooms now in that place. And then the beetle goes off and on its business. And you are left in the silence again, just with the dripping of the cave.
Are these fungus things, do they look like the ones that we encountered when we first saved the fungus from that dickhead?
They look like the ones that lit your path on the way to the elder mushroom. If you remember, the mushrooms lit up along the path and guided you through the dark tunnels.
So yeah.
Where the elder shroom was.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm debating.
I'm just going to whisper. Yeah, I'm just going to whisper. Sorry. Okay. Maybe the compass was a portal for them, and something or someone blocked it so they couldn't come. Did we unlock it in some kind of way?
I was kind of debating going out and trying to talk to the mushrooms and the beetle.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't be able to talk to the beetle, but I could go and talk to the mushroom. Maybe.
What are you all looking at?
There is a giant beetle outside with mushrooms like the ones that lit the way when we went to see the elder mushroom.
I think
remember way back when
that those mushrooms didn't necessarily have our best intentions at heart.
Yes, but they also weren't hostile towards us, if that makes sense.
Under the guise that if we'd stayed or become part of their ethereal network, we'd have had mushrooms growing out of our skull.
Good point. Well made.
Which
maybe I won't go and talk to the mushrooms.
The beetle scuttles off into the darkness, and the mushrooms that have settled down seem to become inert at this point, but just let out that glow. And it's just a dripping of the tomb. And Nan, after some time, a few more hours in the tomb, you're left there contemplating your thoughts, dwelling on the information you've been given. Sin, did you have any idea about that ink? No? Okay.
I think Pete froze.
Oh, did I? Freeze?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sin, did you have?
And then nothing.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just like,
Sin, did
You
you have?
froze.
pause for dramatic effect.
Sin, did you have any thought about the ink? Because you rolled an insight on it, wisdom on it.
I did not bug it right now. Insight?
No, I think you did. You did a check on it in the week.
I did?
Yeah.
I asked you so many questions. I don't know where's what. Was it the 11s? Was it the set? There's so many things on here. Oh my god.
I think you did a wisdom. I asked you to do a wisdom. So yeah, and it was pretty good. You the result was that you thought it could be useful in some manner.
All right. Well, I can't find this, but I'm gonna believe you since you're the DM. Do I even have anything to where I could save it? I don't think I do.
Ask your party. Everyone's got anything.
Oh yeah, I go asking around if anyone has like a small vial
I
or
have a
something.
mess kit.
Does anyone have?
I have a tinderbox. A water skin that still have water.
I've got vials.
Can I have one?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, and Rook, before I forget again, because I've been trying to ask you several times. Do you still have those mushroom caps that that giant mushroom gave you?
Let me check my notes. Yes, I do.
Can I have them?
By all means. Here you go. Kind of pulls them out of his pocket. Like they're not the best, but they're kind of just still kind of just in one piece.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah, you gain 4.
All right, nice.
Yeah, if you remember the potion we can make, we needed mushroom crystal, I think, and some kind of liquid.
It was Sin has been working on that and working out bits and pieces with the elder mushroom said it was a 2-part process to make the there was 2 main mushrooms that you needed, and there was 2 mushrooms that you've collected now, specific ones from the cave. So where we're at now is Sin goes out, kind of reaches out through the barrier slightly in front of you, Maruk, and scoops up some of this black ichor into a vial, and you now have a jar of this this ink as well, like a vial of this.
A jar? Oh, that's a lot.
A vial.
Oh.
What is it you had, Luke? Sorry. What did you?
I've got vials. I've got an alchemist kit, so I've got a few vials to give him.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a vial. Sorry, not a jar. My apologies. Yeah. So
a vial of what?
A vial, like a test tube type thing.
Test tube.
Yeah, full of.
No, yeah, but what is it? What would they call it? A vial of black what?
Say squid ichor. Squid ink or something like that.
Like.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Cool. Lovely.
I mean, I've already got a vial of black ancient tentacle ichor from that massive tentacle beast that attacked us way back when you all.
Oh, you knocked me out. No, that.
So you are.
When we were jumping, right?
It was before you started jumping, I think. So you're now in this room.
It was after we're running down a cabin away from it.
Yeah. So you now you come to after your rest. So you didn't witness any of the kind of crazy disco bugs that were coming around. And so
Cannon.
you come to and
Called disco bugs.
you're ready to move on. If you wish to, guys, it's up to you. It's D&D. You do what you like.
So,
Before we leave.
so you say that we should probably get out of this place. Is that correct?
Yeah, but
The only way out is with the priest. Are we ready even?
if he's still there,
What
might
what
have
other
been,
choice do we
fairly
have?
facing- It's
Honestly,
fairly facing the question him, and I would have a fair few questions for him myself.
Nan, make an insight check.
And Jola,
Okay.
honestly, Maruk, we don't have really a choice or even any possibility yet.
21.
Sorry?
21.
21. With the combination of Arden's tail, Luke, can you put Arden on your name tag? Sorry, it's really, you keep trying to say Luke.
oh, sorry, yeah, I don't know, I always forget to do this.
It's all right.
Me too.
It just makes it easier for me because I just want to say your real names. So with the combination of Arden's talking about a fall and caverns below, you make a connection between that and the tall pillar. You think that to go up would be a good idea if you did not want to go the way of the priest. There was a way out there. You smelt fresh air there, but to go up to, and since this is in near vicinity, a piece of ruin, you think it might be a good idea to at least investigate that rift.
I before we start any kind of planning, and I hope we were considering planning, I would like to investigate up the carved stairs that I saw yesterday to see what lies on top. I think there might be something that could help us there.
I said yesterday that if you wanted assistance to go up there, I would come with you, and I will stick to my word. If you want to explore up there, I will come with you.
Our rope is still
I'm
there,
not used to
so we can
having
go up
someone-
easily.
Did you say sorry?
It's a different bit, not the rope bit. There's another platform. I was just gonna say, I was gonna RP. I'm not used to having anyone watch my back, but I like the idea of getting used to it.
Well, then maybe
That's
I should make my position clear on what I intend to do now.
Speak your mind.
I haven't been part of this order for a very long time, but I can't let go what has happened here.
Okay.
I can't continue to let whatever has happened to these dead continue.
I have
I
a
don't know
question
what
for
is
you.
happening here. That church, these things that we have seen so far were not here. They were not part of my monastery before. They were either here long before my monastery was built, or they've been built recently in the last so many years. Either way, I need to know what their purpose is. I want to pursue that priest. If he's still above, I want to get him and I want to question him. And then after that, I need to take that information to our leader, my old leader.
Arden, I have a question for you. Maybe if you've been part of this for a very long time, what does your order do in general?
That's a complicated question.
And I'm here to listen.
Arden, you know that the order is
Hey.
a peaceful order, respecting liberty and the frail, and where it is needed, they come to assist in where there is unbalance, bringing balance to organize it to places, and it is of a good nature. So if we're talking alignments, we're talking lawful good.
Making us sound like Jedi here. We're not warriors, we're keepers of the peace.
We keeps the peace, not soldiers.
Look, the order. There was a time it was a multitude of followers, not just martial and adept in fighting, but preservers of knowledge and keepers of peace. We'd travel, we'd be sent around just to aid and to help people and to help maintain some form of order, but not in a martial sense like your town guard or anything like that. We would just help when needed. Look, I know I have nothing to offer any of you. I understand that if you just want to get out of this place and then head to the city and do what you will from there, that is fine. I can't force any of you to come with me. But after we leave here, I intend to head for Kareen and tell them of what I have learned, and hopefully there's something they can do about it.
I follow you. And I want to talk to you later about something. She's still serious. She hasn't been serious for a long time. In fact, from when you've seen her for the first time, she had never been this serious.
Arden, I know that this place is connected to you and it has upset you. And I know that by your, whether it's honor or duty or whatever it is, you have to set this right and inform your order of what is transpired in here. I understand that. I understand being honor bound, duty bound to do something, and I feel that in these caves we have bonded, and I would consider you an ally, and I for one will help you if you wish to be helped. If you wish for my help, it is there for you to seize, and I will follow you and help you as best I can to uncover the truth about what is happening in these caves to your order, for your order, with your order.
Listen, I've travelled from here to Kareen a few times before. I don't remember the entire path. It was years ago. It is a long journey. It isn't close, and it isn't safe. It can be dangerous.
More dangerous than this? Undead? A priest? Demonic?
Well, I'd like to think not, no. I'm still alive, aren't I?
Just.
Okay.
Arden, I can understand wanting to remove the unnatural powers. I'm not sure what help I could be, but I can understand and agree with that. I would ask you to think of what would be beyond your power to change right now, and to think
That's what
think
I would
about.
do. I'm not saying we stay and fight whatever is causing this, because whatever is causing this is way beyond any of us. We need to leave, and hopefully, if we can get to Kareen, which is the seat of our order, it is the fortress monastery. It holds.
Fortress.
Yes, in a matter of some speaking, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the circle of the hand preside there. They oversee the actions of the monasteries throughout the rest of the continent. If anybody would have answers to what I found here and solutions to it, it will be there. Make no mistake, I'm not trying to set us on a crusade. All I want to do is deliver a message, and hopefully they can fix it. But for me to give them the best information possible, again, if this priest is still here, I ask that we do not kill him, or at least don't kill him before I've had my chance to ask him questions.
I can do
Ew.
that for the question. I have, in fact, an ability that once a day, because this is how do I say this? Very tiring when I learn it. I can hypnotize someone, charm them if you prefer, and well, I can ask them things. But I would need to hold the effect, so someone else would need to assist me in the questions.
Okay.
That could be very useful. Can I just make sure that you haven't used that on any of us while we've been down here?
Be my guest, Arden.
I think we would know.
I like to think so.
You would know, yes.
So,
You're
You
full of
would
surprises,
know.
Nyala, aren't you?
Sorry,
You're full of surprises, aren't you?
aren't I? And so are you.
so you hear the offer.
I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know where we were. It
Mhm.
wasn't until yesterday that I could even see in this darkness. Maybe if I was able to see before, I would have known earlier.
And again, it's not your fault. You're only a human, after all.
It's not your fault. You're simple.
You
Right. Well, I think we've done enough talking. Maybe we should just
so
go and.
you hear this offer of
Anyala, shall we go up that staircase that you were on about and check that before pursuing the priests, just in case we need a second option?
so you
Burn!
Sin, you hear the offer of arms to Arden to pursue his mission to Kareen. How do you react to that? What's your action? You know that Kareen is north past your home. It's far north past your home. So I want to know how.
Wait, so we are
Sin.
at the north of where we have to go?
Hold on.
We have.
We're
So
If
you
we were
are-
going to go travel to Korean, we would have to travel north.
So we have to
Pretty much
leave
as far
Oh.
north as possible.
to go to where he wants to go.
to get to Kareen. Kareen is one of the fragment islands to the far north of
I gotta open the
Okay,
map for
okay.
this.
of Gregdon. So as you travel up, you'd have to go all the way from Frohast, either traverse the half expanse or circle it, either traveling by the Three Teeth or by the town on the left, which I've forgotten its name, which is really bad for a DM. But then travel up.
You
and,
need to charter a part of the journey.
yeah, you could travel by ship or by land. There's different ways to go
Yeah.
there. But part of the route would bring you near to Gargamel.
Oh.
Then,
Oh.
It's all coming.
then,
And I would know this?
Sorry, Sen.
And I would know where he wants to go is?
You would know. You would know of the Fragment Islands. Yeah, your elven heritage would have mapped and travelled those waters.
So Sin would know.
Sin?
of
Sin, you have something to tell us?
This is all in their monologue. You can't hear this.
I know.
But
Sin's been mysteriously quiet during all this, but yeah, Arden just continues
You
to
just
Nanjala and says,
Kareen is where we're going. Is where he wants to go.
I will type it in the chat so people know how it's spelt.
Great, thanks. Alright, I'm gonna walk up to Arden, put a hand on his shoulder, and say, I'll be happy to assist you in whatever way you need, but I'm gonna need a favor in return.
I don't know what I could possibly do for you, but as I mentioned earlier, I have nothing to offer.
It's not much of something you can give me, but more of something you can do.
Maybe this is something we should discuss when we get to Kareen.
Okay.
So you've done your and my axe moment, and now you are a proper party. You
have my hammer.
Yeah.
We have a destination
We have a heading. Here we go.
other than an exit.
So yes, you start moving outside, taking apart the barrier that you hastily constructed, pushing the table forwards, being careful to lift it this time and not let it screech across the floor.
Nan.
And
Wait, are we going?
Just whispers to herself, I'm so awkward.
Are we going through the what was it that I wanted to go through to a pillar or?
Yeah, so we're going to climb the pillar first and get a bit of a lay of the land and see what's up there. And then we're going to descend back down depending on what we find.
now
and we're going
please
to
tell me
the
that
priest.
I'm going to tell you, because you should, at this point, you should say, DM, we are doing this stealthily.
Yeah.
We are doing it very stealthily.
Yeah. Because of the bugs and everything. Yeah. You need to keep remembering that we need to tell him these things. Otherwise, we're just going to get attacked constantly.
Please roll for a stealth check, everybody.
Oh.
Everyone?
When you reach the bottom of the pillar. Yeah.
Wait, let's see if I have versatile traits. Hopefully I do. Hopefully I have it prepared. I do! Yeah!
Oh my.
Awesome, Sin. Well done.
Oh, phew.
Right, I'm gonna cast versatile traits. Alright.
I'm gonna stay near you because I just did a 5.
I thought I'd rolled another 1, but it's a 7.
You
Nice.
get,
Yeah,
everyone gets
right, what did I roll?
I rolled a 5.
a stealth.
No,
I'm gone.
hold on. We need to know. We can't just tell him what we rolled and then he decides to cast Pass a Trace. Are you casting Pass Without a Trace or not?
Yeah, I cast it. The moment we started like going out the door, that's when I cast it.
Cool. So Everybody just adds 10 to the roll then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone gets
so what-
plus
what
10
does-
on the roll. Alright.
So mine would be 23.
Cool.
22
Okay.
with pass without trace.
15, I guess.
With the plus 10, yeah, cool.
Rook?
18. I'll put it in the chat. Sorry.
Oh,
Cool.
no, I did. Oh yeah, roll
Pop
20.
up, I didn't see
For the
chat.
viewers at home.
Yeah. it
For the
didn't-
viewers at home, 18.
Lovely. Okay, so if everyone wants to shift their tokens as well, that'd be good.
Keep forgetting that we've got this now.
That's all right. It's a new thing to get a hang of. Like quite difficult to.
It's just remembering it's there after all these weeks. of not
Sin.
using it.
Sin, you have to move.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Nyala,
Yeah.
did you whispering? Did you still want to get some dragon bones or?
I mean, it's
Is it
mainly
very-
for it's not really important to me. It's just mainly to buy components that I need. But yes, we could go there. How about you? Do you need some?
Me? I don't. Maybe I might be able to make a bow from a rib bone.
I mean,
That's pretty.
She then gets lost in thinking about.
I just kind of took her shoulder and say, you know, dragon bones are quite tough from what I remember. Maybe you can carve a bow in it.
Yeah.
And use it.
Hundreds of undead. Hundreds. Just gonna leave that out there.
Hundreds
Maybe-
of undead or a dragon bow.
Maybe some other.
It
time.
doesn't sound like a honeypot at this point. It should. But yeah, anyway, Arden hasn't heard any of this.
No.
Just throwing that out there.
That's
as
just
a bit of
George.
a meta.
That's just Luke
reinforce
and George
what
just putting that out there.
Yeah.
I think Nanjala would remember the hundreds of undead. She's particularly
Scared.
No, she's
very
she likes bows. I could tell.
definitely. She thinks that she'll look very cool. She's not ever looked cool before.
And you never will hanging out with us.
I mean, how can you not look cool when you've got horns? Like,
I mean, yeah.
So
Self-conscious.
And a tail. You have a tail.
You have a tail.
Yes, she have a tail. Tiefling
anyway,
have
we're
a tail.
not actually discussing
No,
this. We're
no.
stealthily climbing
No,
stairs.
this is meta. This is all meta. But yeah, back to the discussion.
Just walking up. I like your tail.
You've got horns. They're really cool. Anyway,
Angela hides her tail.
this is mine.
I'm just going to talk to you about this, and we're going to climb.
Okay,
Yeah, you
so,
whispered this and we haven't heard.
when you
anything.
reach the top of the steps, you are reached with this large flat plateau. It is
Okay.
completely
shut the map.
smooth on the top of it. It looks like it might be a snapped kite that's fallen from the ceiling and embedded itself in the ground. It's geologically smooth, so it's not like polished and like obsidian black, but looks like it has just come away from a higher part. And the steps that you climbed, can you make a I'm gonna have a insight from Nan, because you found the place first. I think you'd already heard of a look at it.
I'm rolling 10.
So even with that low kind of roll, you realise that these are, you know that they're carved.
Yeah.
And you think, could this be part of the monastery that Arden was talking about, the lower tunnels. Can everyone make a perception check as you're up there? As you press.
20.
Mhm.
9.
16.
9.
Yeah. Okay. So as you crest the top of the steps, as your heads get to the top, you see the flat landscape, and then you hear the dripping sound is greater here. There is this kind of repetitive drop, 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 but it's dripping into a large pool to the far edge, closest, actually where Arden's token is, but or near enough, quite close to where Arden's token is anyway.
Are all the girls together?
Yeah, Arden, you're kind
Yeah.
of closer to the steps. You haven't quite made it across that space yet. You will
Oh, sorry.
come across that way. Yeah, you hear this dripping, and there's a pool on the floor.
Can I
Can you
try
even
to look up where it come from?
Yeah, you look up. Make an investigation check. You're kind of investigating the. Is anyone getting any closer? Or are you hanging out at the top of the steps, guys?
19.
You see that there is some strange off color because you're seeing in dark vision right now. You can only see in shades of grey, but this is like a thick substance dropping into the pool.
I'm going to go and like, put my hand under it to kind of see what it is.
Watch it burn.
Make a as you reach your hand out to put your hand underneath the dripping, the pool itself rises up and grabs your hand.
Great.
And
roll initiative.
Hold on. 22.
Don't
22.
steal his line.
22.
Oh, what?
Support.
Oh, armor class. Oh, to hit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that will hit.
So it surprised you.
Mother.
You take 11 damage. That's bludgeoning.
Damn,
And you take 4 acid.
Oh, you is fucked, my guy, and I don't have healing. That's what I always do, but who's gonna heal you?
Okay, so yeah, roll for initiative, everybody. As before you, the pool starts to rise up in front of you, and there is a gelatinous orange blob morphing into strange kind of extremities and forms, making it like new hands and limbs as it rises up.
It looks like a gummy bear.
Just saying.
It's the cutest token.
It looks like a gummy bear.
I don't know why it's such a cute token.
Wait, how do I roll for initiative on roll 20? Because I do not remember.
You could just do it on your Beyond and it will port in if you got the moped.
Oh yeah. Did you want to do
okay.
the turn order thing?
I'm gonna do it. I've got your tokens, guys. So just tell.
Oh, okay. Oh,
15.
19.
That showed up on there.
Hold
13.
on.
I got 17.
Okay, so Rook was 19.
Yep.
Niala.
17.
17.
Okay, Sin.
15.
15. Arden.
13.
13. Nan.
4.
Waste of a spell, just saying. Gone.
Right, so okay, cool.
Not
So,
necessarily.
Why is there
I
some
think
kind
the
of-
says they didn't attack
There is-
us, so
Did you guys draw something? Because I have like a black line that comes in my picture on the map.
It's just
Oh yeah, I
probably
see that.
part of the map that I haven't revealed properly because it makes me reveal it in very small squares, guys. So
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
let me just see if I can get rid of that for you, okay?
Stop criticizing his drawing.
No,
I'm
it's not.
not.
There you go.
I'm not.
It's the way Roll20 works. You can't there's not a paintbrush option to reveal. You have to do it in squares.
Ah.
Okay, so Rook, you're up first. This thing's just suddenly reached out and smashed your arm. Your arm's burnt with acid. Part of the hair burns away, and you're just completely and snarl and pull back.
I'm gonna call it a dick, rage, and then smack it with my warhammer.
Go for it, yeah.
Can you wait before that?
25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Ah, boy.
So that is 10 bludgeoning and 8 radiant.
18, yeah.
18 total, yeah.
How high up are we, by the way, DM?
So the drop
80 feet.
below the other floor, between the sort of temple and the ground, was about 60 foot. You were probably 100, maybe.
I was close. I said 80.
This is
We're about 100 feet. So the step from where we are now
Yeah.
to the
Drop
ground is
kick it.
100 feet.
Like,
yeah.
Wow.
You've climbed quite a considerable height at this point. Hold on, I'm just trying to. My brain is not working. 5. That is.
Oh, guys.
Sorry, there we go. So yeah, go for it. Niala, you are next in initiative.
I am next. What I'm gonna do? I am going to go for my my favorite attack for now because it works almost every time. I'm going for Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm. What does it have to make?
Wisdom 12.
No, doesn't.
It fail or it succeed?
It failed. Doesn't make it.
Okay, so because it got damage, I'm gonna roll my d12. That's gonna be 3 damage for you.
Okay.
And
What type of damage is it?
baby.
Necrotic.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, no problem. So the bell, it kind of twitches as it reverberates, and you see the edges of the jelly like quiver, like music is or sound is running through it. Sin, it's your go. You've just seen this pool rise up,
Moving jelly.
grab Maruk's arm and burn him. Then Maruk smashing down on it with his warhammer, and Niala shaking it.
all right, question. So, passes out traits is a concentration,
Mm-hmm.
and would it still be active if I attack?
If you attack with a weapon, it's if you take damage or cast another spell, I believe. So I think an attack doesn't break your concentration. I'll find out. Hold on.
I think it's only if you cast a spell or takes damage.
Does an attack break concentration?
Because I know if you use another concentration, that like replaces it, but like.
I think if you use a spell, it does. Yeah.
Casting another spell, taking damage, being incapacitated or killed will break your concentration, but you can move. And you can fight because you can just hold that in your mind.
So I can move and I can like use a melee weapon and I won't lose the spell.
Yeah, you could make a melee attack.
Yeah. Normal activity such as moving and attacking does not interfere with concentration. The following factors can break it: casting a spell, taking damage, or being incapacitated. So, yeah, you can melee.
All right. Just wanted to make sure because I'm not gonna waste this second level spell when I only have a limited amount.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I have good spells today too. Damn, I always pick the bad spells for the wrong day.
Blue balls, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my newly acquired scimitar that I picked off from one of the dead bodies.
Yeah, cool. Go for it.
Right? Oh wait, I need to get closer though. Let me see.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
need,
move my thing.
you need to be within 5.
5, 10, 15. I'll go right here. At that.
Cool. Yeah.
What's the thing with the thing? Okay, the +4.
Oh, I forgot to go back.
I
Oh,
miss. That was a 2, and then plus that was a I missed.
No, that doesn't go through the armor, I'm afraid, of this creature. You swing and your sword seems to just pass through its gelatinous body. We're to Arden next. You see Sin swinging a scimitar through this creature.
Right. So each of these squares is 5 feet, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
oh, I'm scared. What is he gonna do?
This works. I'm going to run up to it. I'm going to flurry of blows, but I'm gonna hit it first with my sword.
Oh, fancy.
Where's it gone? There it is. So, with my sword, that is 26 to hit.
Yeah. The sword, did you say?
Yep, so 26 to hit with my short sword.
Yep.
That's 8 damage
Is that
with
smashing?
my short sword. That is piercing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to do a flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Stun it.
I can't stun until I'm level 5.
Oh.
That was 10 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's good to know. Okay, so that is another 6 damage.
Cool.
And can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please? Oh no, actually, hold on. Can you make a strength saving throw, please?
Versus what? What's the AC? DC.
14.
It fails.
So this gets pushed back 15 feet, which I believe will throw it off the edge.
You flurry this thing with a great smack of your palm, and somehow sets this gelatinous lump off balance. And you know when you see a slinky go downstairs, like the top part tips over, and then the rest of it kind of pulls over, and it tries to grip to the puddle that it had formed, and it falls off the 100-foot drop down, and you hear this kind of slam to the floor of a jelly colliding with the ground below. It's dead, guys.
Yay! And I can't just like peer over like.
Your dark vision only goes to 60 foot, so.
Oh yeah, shit.
There's no way I'll be able to see.
I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Is it 60?
60 foot.
Oh yeah.
I think yours is 60 foot, isn't it, Merrick?
Yeah.
If anyone chopped down,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get seriously hurt.
Okay, so this space is
full
now...
damage rules is that would have been 10d6 damage, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You now can take in your surroundings. There's still the dripping, but it's not this same fluid. Make a perception check, Arden.
Okie dokie.
Oh no, probably yeah. You can make one, and then I
Has,
will.
has combat ended?
Yes, it has.
Natural 20.
Yeah. You look
Yay!
up and you see
For once, it's not critically average.
in the darkness after you were inspired yourself by kicking this thing off the ledge. It's brilliant. And so with that, your senses are awakened and you peer up into the darkness above you. And about maybe 40 feet up, you see stairs. And then as you peer closer, you, Maruk, Nan, and Nyala, and Sin join him looking up. And you, with your dark vision, what is unveiled to you is the underside of a floor of some sort of structure. You're looking up, you all believe, at the bottom of the monastery.
So, what I'm suggesting says about 40 foot in the air.
Yeah, it's about.
Do you still have your javelin?
You can see, like, the staircase that you came up. You can see where the stalactite it was built around. You can see where it snapped off. You can see the beginning of that stairs that would lead into the rest of the monastery.
So what I'm thinking, and stay with me on this: rope, javelin.
You're gonna throw a javelin.
How high up is this thing?
40 feet.
Did the drip goo come from? We think it came from the hole. Is it or was it already there? The puddle. Was it dripping?
It was dripping from the ceiling.
Ah, okay.
You might know that it's somewhere. There might be, your general insight says there might be other of these things living on the ceilings round this cave. But you don't see the dripping coming from the set of stairs that you all perceive above your heads. So basically what you've kind of come to realize is there's now two ways out of here, or at least out of this space. You've got the exit where the priest escaped through, or you've got the one where you are now.
So which way are we going? Up or down?
I say maybe this monastery could help us for a while. If you're okay with this, Arden, we could maybe take shelter in it. Find what happened, since it seems to be the main problem here. And, well, try to find ways to get out. Maybe there's still documents in this.
And there could be supplies we can use too.
Spell components, and I need incense for summoning. So that would be, if there is, perfect. Oh, sorry, perfect.
Is there anything that Sin? Is there anything that you can do to maybe not Murik, not that your aim is particularly bad in any way, but maybe Sin has something that can help. So I walk slightly away.
Are you talking to me about aim?
Yeah.
Arden rubs his shoulder.
I'm going to go between you and and her because
I'm only messing around.
Oh wait,
I understand your concern.
And what of the priest?
we can deal with him
later.
a little bit later. If you, like, we should find supplies that we can use first. Maybe set up a trap if he's still by the entrance, because he thinks we're still in the cave and we can just come up from above or like go around him.
Arden, make an insight check for me.
Dirty 20.
You think over the time that you have been here that wherever the priest was heading, you think he's been long on the way. Remember now, you've spent a lot of time going back here. Since you've seen the priest, you've camped twice, I think. Yeah, you've had 2 long rests. No, a short rest and a long
One
rest.
short rest and a long rest.
Yeah. So you think wherever that priest has gone, and you remember about the sleds. That Ed mentioned.
Oh, where's Ed? We left him.
Ed?
Good. Leave him.
No.
Sorry.
I'm gonna add Ed to the map.
It's your responsibility, Nyala. If you left him in the tomb, you left him in the tomb.
I'm going back.
Don't.
I'm guessing Ed will we require from now on to roll stealth checks for Ed?
I'm gonna get a token for Ed and put him on the map.
Amazing.
Or will Ed fall upon just the general group check?
First name Ed, last name liability.
Yeah, he's well, I don't know. Is he your familiar yet? Do you think, Niana?
Him?
Don't
summon familiar.
I haven't summoned the spirits for now. I need essence and herbs and a brass. How do you call it? And a brass. What is it called? A brass brazier for that.
Okay, so
I already have charcoals from the fire.
Oh god.
But I need essence and herbs.
I think you mean a brazier, not a brazier.
It's fine. We understood what.
We knew what she meant.
Yeah, we knew what she meant.
It was just funny while it lasted.
A bronze brazier. Oh,
it's the D&D. So.
That's most MMORPGs for winning characters, anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, Ed is going to be controlled by Niala when he gets on the map, so you can move Ed as well. You have your very own Ed.
Where is he?
I'm
real quick.
He's going on in a minute. So yeah, so you Ed is just there's a kind of strange shuffling from the steps, and you turn around, and there's Ed. He's made his way up, one-armed, sort of looking really hopeless because at this point you are the only people he knows about in this place. He is completely on his own. So any form of contact with someone that can speak in anything other than growls and guttural tones is actually quite pleasant for him to experience. So he's sticking close to you guys as much as he can.
Even though he's insane at this point.
Yeah, pretty.
I did recall he called Sin beautiful.
Yeah,
exactly. So obviously crazy.
He was very delirious at that point.
Wow.
Anyway,
who's gonna heal you from now on, huh?
Back to proper encounter.
I love you.
Yeah. So as I said, you assume that you make this kind of thinking about where the priest would be, you think he'd be a long way from wherever you are now.
Ed told us before that there were sleds where the priest left.
Hmm.
I hate to say it, as much as I want to find him and question him.
No, Morg,
The
no.
logical answer would be that he would have left
No.
long by now.
Hmm.
And probably have taken them with him.
TM, really
So
quick, do you want me to do a
much-
sheet for Edward?
No, he's going to be just, you'll make him, he'll be like a commoner, basically. No, a bandit. If you find the stats for a bandit.
Okay. Do you think if I do summon familiar, I can put the spirit of the familiar in him?
There's going to have to be some sort of ritual for doing that. There's going to be some kooky cat shit
Yes.
going on there, really. To get that, like summon a spirit and put it inside.
Good job at homebrew.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys gave me the idea. Now you're gonna live with it.
Arden, surely he wouldn't take all the sleds. Like there should be. It would be inconvenient to take all the vehicles.
Doesn't mean he didn't let the dog loose.
Ooh.
There might be sleds,
Sorry.
but there'll be no means of pulling them. Why would he leave anything for us? I hate to say it. I think the best way out of here now is up.
Arden, we can come back, and we will find this guy, and we will question him, and you will get your answers. This I swear on my honor.
It's not for me to decide. It's for the circle to decide at this point. Let's just get out of here and then head to Cream, or well, we'll probably need to stock up before we make our long journey to Cream. We'll have to find somewhere nearby to get supplies and proper transport. I'm definitely not walking all the way there.
Not a chance. Plus, I'm not the best of swimmers.
If there are sleds, I might be able to help with some friends to help pull the sleds if we are lucky.
I'm just thinking now that maybe we should avoid slug. Sin?
I don't think slugs are able to pull sleds very fast.
Again,
Just in my experience.
the best I can do when it comes to moving fast is being a direwolf or a moorbounder.
I don't think Sin has enough strength, even as one of these creatures, to pull all of us on a sled. No offense, Sin.
The best I can do is carry 2 people.
Sin, if you can transform into a wolf and find maybe more wolves, then perhaps I can help. But shall we?
Let's get out
After
first.
you, I take what rope I have left.
Right, who's going first?
Oh, actually, oh, wait. Hold on. Hold the phone. I forgot this last time.
Oh, you got a grappling hook, haven't you?
I think.
Oh.
I've got a grappling hook.
Wait!
I've got a grappling hook.
That could have been useful.
Magen.
So many times that could have been.
I have Magen. Maybe with the grappling hook, I cast Magen.
Magen's got a range of 30 feet though.
Yeah, but I can have a better
stand on my shoulder.
Oh yeah, because if you carried it up 30 feet and then it'd only have 10 feet to hook it, wouldn't
Or
it?
stand on my shoulders.
How are you? Like 9 feet?
Yeah, that could work.
I'm. That's what am I? I am 7 foot.
Oh wow, I overestimated. I said 9 feet. Oh.
So if I'm 7 foot, Nyala, how tall are you?
On his shoulders.
As long as you are more than 3 feet, then that last 10 feet will not be a problem.
So we're again presented with this situation.
Yeah.
Why does everything we decide to do? Let's throw a rope at it and see what happens.
So
Adventuring 101.
you climb back on.
Where's a rope,
as
guys?
you did many days, moons ago, it seems, and climb upon Maruk's shoulders as you did once before in the snow outside the narwhal's tusk. And you cast Mage Hand, and the grappling hook is grabbed by this spectral floating hand, and you are then transported. The grappling hook is transported feet up in the air and attached to this lower stair. Absolutely spot on bit of game in there, guys. Really good. Nice teamwork using both your skills. It's really cool. And your
I'll
stuff in
give
your
the rope
packs.
a little bit of a tug just to make sure the hook is secure.
Should we let Rook go first?
I mean, he's
So
he's
I'm the biggest, is what you're trying to say.
yes. I was going to say it nicely, but
The
yes.
strongest as well for helping.
Well,
Yeah,
Yes.
because I was gonna say we let Rook go
I
first, and then we tie
Let's
the
go
rope
first.
around Ed, and he can like carry it up.
Shall I go first?
If the
I'm
if the
just
grappling
gonna
hook
check that
was to
everyone's-
give way, he would be able to hold the rope at the top to make sure the rest of us could get up.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Go
so
ahead.
You all shimmy your way gradually up these stairs, and for some reason I cannot select any of them.
Oh, new map, guys! New map.
Oh, new map.
New
Oh,
map.
Oh, big map.
New map,
Oh,
who
no.
dis?
New map, who dis?
Has everyone got control of their tokens or not? Can anyone tell me? I don't know if you can move them.
I have.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
huge.
oh, then
I
This
have,
is huge.
but
Yeah,
I still doesn't have Edward.
No, Ed wouldn't, I couldn't get Ed to upload while doing the game at the same time, so I'll put Ed
Or Ed.
right, because my computer is absolutely appalling. So, yes, you emerge and there are steps before you, heading up, further into the darkened spaces and recesses of this space. What do you want to do?
Arden, I'm going to say just for now, douse the torch. Because we don't know what's up here. We can guide you.
oh, real quick, I wanted to while we were down there, because I didn't get a chance to say it. I wanted to like driftcraft to see how the weather is outside.
The weather outside.
Yep.
Okay, so how many feet does that reach?
For Druidcraft, it says, oh, let me look at the spell real quick. You can create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours. The effect might manifest as a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and so on.
so it's your current location. Which we're
So
indoors.
you pull that spell from your mind, and snow flurries in front of you.
It's snowing again.
But even in your
It's always
mind,
snowing.
as you say that,
Yeah,
Niala, you
stops.
think being outside would be better than being in this tomb.
Yeah.
Would there be a difference between like regular snow and a blizzard with the
You-
Druidcraft?
You would know the difference. There would be more driving snow. It would be whipping around. You just see this as quite heavy, thick snow falling.
Right.
I hope it's not a blizzard.
Is there any more light here at all? Is it getting any lighter, or is it still
Not
just as dark?
in this space right now. I need to just actually, because of your dark vision, guys, I need to reveal a bit more space for you. So yours is 60 foot, Maruk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the longest one that everyone's got?
I think
Um,
mine's 62. Let me check real quick. Ratio feet. Yep,
60.
Okay.
And I'm in the middle. Oh god.
Um,
Saying this right now, my passive perception is 22.
okay.
Damn.
15.
Okay.
Your
So
passive perception is 20.
22.
22.
yeah, he sees a
Yep.
lot.
Damn. He is Bram.
So you see.
Legolas, what
Surely
your
that would mean,
elven
like,
eyes
if you walked into a
see?
room, you'd be like, trap, trap, trap,
Yeah.
trap, trap.
Technically I can.
I would say, Legolas, what your elven eyes see?
And you'd get probably a mighty slap from Sin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
You
I don't say that. I don't say that.
It won't be a regular one. It'll be the primal savagery where you get poisoned too.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm not holding back today. I'm not holding back today.
Please
So
don't.
you are on a set of stairs. You peer up. There is a small landing, and then another set of
I
stairs
mean,
goes
you
up
would
further.
probably just ask who is Legolas.
Yeah, true.
No, he's pretty famous in the urban world.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Anyway, stairs.
Stairs.
Yeah.
Landing
Oh
stairs.
yeah, we're playing. I forgot real quick.
Yeah, you're playing
I'm
Dungeons
going-
and Dragons, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going just to look around because I think I see a second, one stair, but I see a second stair
Okay.
on the right.
You'd have to move up to have a look.
Okay.
I'm just gonna head up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can I hear anything, DM?
Make a perception check.
I shall.
Me?
No,
Oh, her.
Nan, please.
Oh, hang on.
Pleasantly surprised.
22.
Can I look at the stairs at my right?
Yeah, I'll just open those up. So, Nan, you see the others run up, but you stop and take a moment to listen. As you do, you hear it's very quiet. Other than you can hear a mumbling. Is the best way to describe it. Echoing from up where they are, maybe, or maybe somewhere near where they're standing. You hear an echoing, sort of, just a something like it's muffled, like it's behind. There's a
Muffled mumbling.
Can I go to the door
Someone reciting
and peek?
over and over again, like someone reciting something over and over again.
Okay.
what time of day
Okay.
is it, DM?
You have no idea what time of day.
Oh, fuck.
I know Arden wouldn't, but for technical purposes of what I can actually
You are probably.
for resets basically.
Oh
is what
yeah,
I'm-
okay. You are. Anything would have reset after your long rest.
Yeah, but depending on whether it's whether there's been a dawn or a dusk.
Okay.
is
There
what it was.
Probably would have, because a long rest is 9 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Let's say
And then there would have been also you would have had your short rest. So if you did you use it in between the short rest, your ability?
Yeah, but like, so I used my dark blessing from my sword,
Yeah.
but it resets every dusk. So
done.
I could have used it halfway through the day, and then if dusk has happened since then I could use it again.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd say
So it's like I could technically I could use it twice a day, but obviously it would be
it is. It's
when the
probably,
reset
Yeah,
happens.
we'll say it is for now. Dusk time.
Okay. So
I'm gonna
Brilliant.
up to where people are and kind of tap the two nearest shoulders. I think that might be Nyala, did you move already?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe not Nyala. She's up by the door. So maybe Arden and Sin.
They all moved.
Yeah, no, but not up to the
We're-
door. That's what we're
We're on
talking
the
about.
mid. We're on the mid landing between the two sets of
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah.
You run up and you grab them on the shoulders before they go any further, and
What's wrong?
I can hear some noises. I'm not sure what they are or what they mean. But not natural. Maybe not natural. Kind of maybe vocal noises. Would I have been able mumbling? Kind of suggests vocal. So yeah, maybe
There is-
voices.
There is a door here. Do you want me to go pick in
I draw my
and
sword.
try? Arden, no.
Everybody, we just need to remember. Let's try and be quiet.
I'm going to the door and trying to see if it comes from here.
okay.
Perception.
Like look under the crack.
What's your
Ooh.
as you near the door, you can hear someone just a muttering like, I don't know, it's got to be here. It's got to be. It's got to be here. The answer's got to be here somewhere. That
I'm going to gesture to Nanjala and say and quietly say, like, memming with my mouth.
yeah.
I think it's here, pointing.
No sounds, just gestures.
Yeah.
Muruk.
I walk up to the door
Oh boy.
as much as I can see, anyway.
Yeah.
What kind of handles does this door have? Like, is it something I can test, check, to see if it's open or not?
Remember,
Or
Magian can open
does it
door,
look not?
and I haven't unsummoned it.
I just want to see if the door's locked.
You there's a round sort of handle on each door. There's a left door and a right door. You reach out. What are you, right-handed or left-handed, Arden? Which hand do you have your sword in?
Sword in my right hand.
Okay. So you reach out and the left knob turns in your hand as you twist it. And it seems to unlock. You can hear a mechanism turn.
Right. I just turn it back slowly and then step away.
Mhm.
Just leaving it closed, not opening it.
Yeah.
It's not locked.
I'm going to stay near him and just muttering. Do you think this is safe to go in? My Magian is still on. I can open it afar. And if there's a trap, we won't be touched.
Is my pacify trace still active?
Yeah.
No, you made a concentration spell.
No.
I think.
Yeah, but he hasn't used a spell, so he's maintained his concentration. So he's
A trace is still running.
That's
Guys.
fine.
You are very invisible. Well,
Because it lasts 1 hour, so I'm not sure how much time has passed since.
you didn't pass much time at all. Maybe half an hour as you were kind of discussing how to get up the
Alright.
the space traverse.
Just wanted to make sure.
Is there anywhere to hide?
Behind Rook.
Down the stairs and up the stairs are solid walls. So these are passageways where you're standing. So it's just for the purposes of the map that you can't see. So anywhere is.
And we're also in the dark, so.
Yeah. And you're in the dark.
Okay, so around like the we can hide like round corners and maybe if we want to lure them out, maybe put something so that they walk past us. I don't know what are our intentions here, everyone.
We don't even know what's on the other side.
Like I said, my imagine has maybe a 30-feet range,
It would be
so
from the bottom of
we
these
can
stairs.
hide somewhere. Maybe go upstairs here, and just at a distance, I can open the door, so we can try to see from far, a bit far, what's inside. And if someone here that is hostile, well, we can just capture it, question it. As simple as that.
How many voices does it sound like, or does it sound like multiple creatures, or just one
I'm going
creature?
to make you do another perception check with like your ear to the door to sort of not just use your passive, but you're kind of now making a force of will towards trying to figure out that question.
Oh, I don't like that face.
4.
Oh,
9.
You can't tell at this point.
Can I try
Voices,
to
yeah.
hear something?
Yeah, you can have a go if you want. You can put your cat ear to the door.
Perception then.
Yes, please.
Arden,
11.
creep up to the edge of these stairs quietly.
Okay. So you're you're not got dark vision. Have you got your torch on? You haven't got a torch.
No, the torch is out.
Yeah, so you can't see very much further than where you are at the moment. You kind of fumbled your way up there with difficulty, feeling the edges of the walls, running your hands along. And there's a inkling of familiarity in the texture of the stone under your hand. You are at the door, Niala. What are you going to do? You listen through the door and you try and figure it out. It could be 1 or 2 people maybe in there.
Okay. I'm going to be very careful here. I'm going to go back to Sin and the others and just tell them what I just heard and my theories about this. And I'm going to go up.
Okay. And Sin, you're still on the staircase in the middle, so that room has not been touched now at the moment. There is just a door.
I really want to open the door.
Sin, I
Yeah,
can open it.
It's in their monologue. You can't hear it.
Now allow open the door.
At distance.
Yeah, you can reach it. Yeah, it's only 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's 15 foot, but you'd have to
Sin,
have you'd probably have to have line of sight to be able to guide their hand. So you need to move either to the very bottom of the stair or to the top of the lower stair.
Rook, you can see the furthest in this darkness, right?
You need to be there, probably.
Is
more or less,
there
yes.
okay?
Yeah,
Rook,
you can get the
you
bottom of
stand
that.
down there with her so that when the door opens, you're probably going to have the best chance of seeing what's inside.
Wait, whoa. Cause I blacked out for like 5 seconds. Where's everyone gonna be? Where?
They're just positioning themselves. Maruk is kind of blocking the bottom of the stair, looking up. Niala is at the bottom of the stair, going up. If you peek at the map, you'll see where everyone's kind of positioning themselves.
All right.
You're in the open right now. If something were to come.
Well, can I just hide like behind a door, right? Since there's like 2 doors, can I just hide behind one?
You could be right up there if you wanted to. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, of course.
All right, nice.
Manjala,
yes.
this could be a pretty good time to use one of your traps.
Ah, a good idea. If we have a minute.
I don't have any traps anymore.
Okay, but Nan
I-
does.
Yeah.
And
Okay, Sin. It would be best if you weren't behind the door to be able to set a trap. Otherwise, you
because
could
if
be.
something does come out,
Mm.
we can stop it in its tracks.
Right, I know where to go. I know where to go. Give me a minute. Bam.
It
I
will
found
use
it.
my last piece of rope.
Okay, so you
My
set
last.
the trap down, and Niala casts move.
I never unsummon it,
Yeah, sorry.
so
You
it's still with me.
you guide the spectral hand that has been floating near your shoulder, and it flexes in the air, and the claws extend slightly, and then grab the.
Actually, because of the fit I took, you guys can't see it. It's invisible.
Okay, but you see it in your mind's eye. The
Yeah.
kind of clap claw that zooms out from your body, and you kind of reach out with your paw and mimic it moving as you grab to the doorknob of this door. And there's a strange feeling of resistance in the spell, but it seems that it is pushing against maybe another magical force on the other door, on the other side of the door. Can you try and make me a what's your spellcasting ability based on?
Intelligence.
Is
The
your
intelligence for a wizard.
intelligence? Can you make an intelligence check for me?
Actually, I have intelligence and wisdom.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Oh,
What do I?
So
I'm more
D20
proficient in wisdom.
no, your intelligence, because that's what governs your spells, isn't it? Or is wisdom govern? It's intelligence for a wizard, isn't it?
yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
think yeah.
Yeah. So can you roll your D20 and then add your intelligence modifier, please?
7.
You push against it and push back. It's like there's something on the other side of the door holding it shut, but it's a weaker force than your own. And you overcome it, and the door opens in your hand. The lock turns all the way around, and you push it inwards. As you do so, candlelight flickers out and down the steps, and you can see the ceiling from the angle that you're at of a well lit room.
Okay. I'm just going to push the door a bit, just enough for us to see what's inside, for who can see.
The door opens, and you push the door wide open, and the sound of this repetitive voice comes out again, this time far more clear, more distinct, and it is the voice of one person. You can only hear one voice saying, "There must be answers. There must be answers. Here they must lie here somewhere. They're underneath all this, somewhere in the depths. I must know. I can find it. I'm sure I can find it."
Now that there's light pouring out, can Arden see again?
Arden can see up those steps. Yeah, it's kind of spills down and lights a little bit of this step before you.
Arden, do you like whispering? Do you
I cast that dark blessing, holding onto the hilt of my sword.
do you know what? Do you recognize this place, or
Make a history, Arden.
What a corridor was. 11.
The stone looks like the stone floors that you remember from the monastery.
Right. Rook, get back. And I just take my sword and I would start tapping against the stonework.
Do you wish to go in first? Go be my guest, but I'm not letting you go in there alone.
No. So you've got your sword on the stonework, are you?
I'm just tapping my sword against the stonework, making a little bit of noise to be heard.
Ding, ding. It echoes through these stone tunnels. Ding, ding, ding. The mumbling continues in the room. Make a perception check, everybody.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh. Perception.
It's 23.
You hear
26.
movement further up the steps, everybody. I can see them coming in now. So further up the steps to your left, you hear movement. You hear the mumbling from the room in front of you.
Okay,
Wait, what?
so here,
From the room and from the stairs?
You hear the mumbling from inside the room here, and you hear
Okay.
movement along this way somewhere.
oh fuck.
Well,
I'm going to go up a bit, just here, enough to see if there is something coming.
Okay, and yours is 60 foot as well, is it, or 40 foot for your dark vision?
60.
You're nearing near the edge of Passes Out Trace.
Yeah, you're pretty far out. So you hear carefully over the edge, and what you see is
I'm still tapping away with the sword.
Yeah. You see a corridor that extends off away from you, and a possible sort of turning to the right at some point further along the passageway.
Okay. I'm just going to watch if something is coming.
Okay, cool.
Arden, are you trying to get the attention of whatever's behind this door?
Yep.
Rook's just going to take his hammer, just turn it upside down, and just drop it.
There's a resounding thud that echoes through the chamber.
You mean like that? Just pick it up again and just do it again.
I'm just going to
There's
look
a
at
shout
him
from the room.
for the first time of the before when they wake up. My English, sorry. I'm just going to look at him and be.
There is a shout from the room say, "How did they get it open? How did they get it open?" And some sort of shuffling going on in the room, and then you hear from down the corridor.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I was trying to be subtle.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It was taking too long.
Here we
Oh,
go.
my ears.
And they give me shit for going anywhere I want, but okay, I'm trying to be stealthy though.
I was just trying to the trap.
So sorry, DM, to clarify, there's like a yell from the corridor, and then this one
A screeching,
a screech.
horrible
Okay.
sound that you cannot figure, like a inhale of breath, maybe through some
Okay.
lung you have never understood before.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Like an inhale of breath from a lung that you don't understand.
Oh, okay. Watch me a banshee. Oh.
I think, okay, corridor, not good. Maybe this person seems coherent at the very least. They're mumbling. Perhaps, well, I'm going to head more closely to the door because Arden's near the door, right?
Arden,
I'm by the corridor.
You're by the
Oh.
corridor at the moment, but everyone hears the screeching coming down the corridor. You hear footsteps in the corridor, fast
Oh.
footsteps.
Oh
I'm
dear.
gonna kind of like look at Arden and be like, "Are we going in or what?"
Now, as you move up, you see someone shuffling towards the door and going to shut the door again.
Oh, hell no. I know he did not just close the door on us. Who the fuck does he think?
I just
he
point
is?
out the trap in front of the
Catch.
door. Everybody runs to the door and they're going to set off the trap.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't
No,
the
wait,
trap
wait, wait, wait,
outside,
wait, wait,
though?
wait, wait. That means they close the door because they're afraid as of something that is coming from the outside.
Nan, what
We
And the trap.
should get in right now.
Arden just gets his sword and he just stands at the edge of the stairs ready for whatever the fucking's coming.
Okay. Nan, what were you saying? Sorry.
When the door shut, did I catch a glimpse of a?
It's still shutting at the moment. There is a humanoid figure in there, tattered robes, running towards the door, trying to get the door shut. It seems to be wedged. He's wrestling with it, trying to get it shut.
Can I throw a javelin to kind of like block the close of the door?
Yeah, go on, make a ranged attack.
I should kill the person. Oof.
That is a 17.
It wedges in the door in front of this character's face, and he looks and is visibly shocked, and then just is frantically trying to move this spear out of the door, trying to pull it out.
I'm gonna go up to the door, kind of avoiding the trap.
Yeah.
That Nan set, and just kind of barge past him and into the room.
You've let them in here. You've let them in. Oh my God, we're all done for now.
We've not
let
what
them in. Let the darkness come in.
What's in the darkness?
The noises that they're scratching at the door all the time. The noises on the stairs, the scratching on the door, the answers must be here.
I'm going to go just before as a trap, look at the men and say, hey, we need help. We need to get in. Whatever is outside, we can contain it. We've seen worse. So now stop being a fucking crybaby and let us in.
He turns around and stares at you. He's walked back into the room some way, and he stares at you with eyes that the pupils are so dilated. There is no iris at all.
So
But this person looks human. Completely human. But the
Arden.
eyes that stare at you are mad. There is no sense of reasoning other than this strange obsession that seems to exist within this person. The mumbling and the answers seem to be the only thing that drive this character. And the room that you look into is strewn with books. There is a chair and there are scrolls and things on a table. The screeching is getting worse. Coming towards you, Arden, on the stairs, you hear screeching nearing you.
I think it's better we all get inside.
Yes, everyone in now.
The trap is only 5 foot, so you can sort of squeeze around. It should cover like 1 hex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to jump above it and just go inside.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, same.
Rook's going to kind of come down a step, basically kind of almost like push people, but like kind of like usher people in.
Yeah.
And then walk in last.
Okay.
It's kind of like shield, kind of like semi up, just in case.
Yeah. As you get everybody starts proceeding into the room. Arden and Sin, you're still at the bottom of the stairs at the moment. Is that?
Oh snap! I forgot.
I was just waiting for the rest of them, and then
You catch a glimpse of something running down the stairs on all fours towards you guys. You have a chance to get into the door if you can.
Arden, after you.
Make athletics checks, guys. You two.
Oh. Can I do acrobatics?
If you're going to do a flip up through the door, yeah, why not?
Well, I was just going to jump over the trap and up as much as I can.
Like a
21.
wall jump. Nice.
9.
30, 20.
You're up and through. You spin round. You see this form coming up the steps towards you, all fours, but it was human or humanoid at one point.
I stand at the open door where the trap is, and I just shout and taunt at it.
The creature runs towards the trap, and does it see the trap? No, it rolled a natural 1. Doesn't see the trap. What happens to the creature in the trap?
So you need to make a so you check to see if you notice it intelligence.
I didn't. I got a 1.
You also make, I think, you could dex out of it. So I think you make a dex save. They have to beat a 12.
A 12? Okay,
Yeah.
so it didn't see it, so it didn't avoid it. It got in it,
yeah,
and it's now in it because it didn't
Okay.
get its dex save either.
Cool. It gets magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground or on the floor. So it's not very high. It's just hanging there. It's restrained.
Nice.
But it can make a dex saving throw each turn.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we might want to...
If you roll for initiative. So at the moment, so this creature goes... runs up the steps towards Arden. Arden is just shouting something at it that it hopefully will understand from whatever form it was in before, and it suddenly is snared up in front of you. Arden is hoisted upside down and is swinging from a rope, like a magical force outside the door, swinging from one of its legs. It's slashing away wildly, hanging upside down from the door. And the character behind you is saying, "Shut it! Shut it! There's more! There's more! Shut it! Shut it!"
Shut the door! Shut the damn door, Rook!
Door? Okay. Pulls out his javelin. Just...
You hear this hideous scratching and squealing at the door as this thing is trying to batter back through the door. It's still in it. It's still just scratching at the door upside down.
Is there like two like door handles that I could just put a spear through?
They're round circular handles on these doors. So
never mind. I'm going to take some rope out and just tie the door up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Make a sleight of hand.
Can we also push
Not
some
skills.
some shit up against the door?
When I'm looking at it, was there any semblance of what was once human?
It wasn't. It was humanoid. You make a
Nothing identifiable.
make a perception check. I will see if you can.
14.
Would it be like a possessed human? Like, because I could get a visual, right?
So, yeah. So running on all fours up towards Arden was something in tatters of shreds of fabric, open mouth, screeching, scrawling, like moving more like a spider would move, like scuttering along the floor towards Arden, and then was hoisted up and then was enraged. George, you tie Miruk, you tie the knot, no problem. The knot is tied.
I rolled a 23.
And you recognize that it was probably elven when it was a creature.
But that's all I recognise. I can't recognise whether
the robe, the same robes.
When I sensed types of evil things or nasties, it was elementals, undead and fiend-ish stuff, right? That was a couple of sessions ago.
Sense undead. You sensed undead.
Undead. And then it was elementals with the candle monster at the
Yeah.
time.
You
Right,
can
okay.
do it again, I think. A day have passed.
Yeah, but
True.
you're still not very. What is it? Is it several? It's a mile or something. Is it ridiculous like that?
Yeah, some mile. Yeah, within 1 mile of you. So
You knew at that
maybe.
point when you were at the temple that easily within 1 circular mile of you there were several of those types of beings around you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the door is now shut. There is a scratching. There is more screeching outside the door. So Nan, you think your idea of getting furniture would be very wise.
Let's
I look
barricade.
around the room to see if I recognize it, to try and locate myself within
Okay.
the monastery, to figure out which part of the monastery we're in.
Okay, we'll do that in a minute. We're just going to try and get the door sorted.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the chair and just yonk it under the handles.
Sorry,
Oh, poor thing.
I'm going to take the chair that see and yonk it under the handles in a way that they can't
You
pull
went
it.
Yeah, great idea. Okay. And you look round, and there's the mad person is on the floor, sat rocking, and you don't know how, but like Ed is standing beside him, and just sort of stroking his hair with his one arm, and the mad person's rocking on the floor, and like it's like as though Ed sort of feels like some of his pain of the being locked in the darkness for so long, and is kind of just petting him almost to try and bring him some semblance of comfort. But Ed's just standing nearly, like you can see there's tears in his eyes as Ed's stroking this other human, like trying to make some sort of connection.
Oh God, we're collecting them.
Edward, what are you doing?
He's sad, says Ed.
I know he's sad, you're sad, we all sad here. Come here. Give us a hand.
He comes to you. He comes to me.
Basically told the one-armed guy to lend us a hand.
I'm sorry.
The irony is lost on him.
You're a terrible mother.
I know.
Furniture. Definitely more furniture. If we haven't already started doing that.
Okay. So you
even though
walk
we're
over
so
and-
enamored by Ed.
You walk over to the corner. There are some scrolls on the table, all bound up. There is also some glass vials on the table, Nan.
Does the glass a quick look? Do the glass vials look like if I didn't do them carefully, it would be nasty? I think I might be more careful with those.
Yeah,
but scrolls.
You push the scrolls onto the floor and make an investigation check as you pick up the bottles.
13.
One of you recognize immediately is a potion of healing.
Oh.
The other one you don't know what it is with that roll.
Can I?
I'm gonna put them in a safe
place.
place.
Oh no,
and
nothing.
Furniture.
Okay. So this table's quite heavy. You're going to need some.
I kind of go over and like, remember, we lift the table. Don't drag it. Lift.
At this
The
point,
door
the
again.
lost on
You
us.
seem to be getting yourselves in these situations every time with a barricaded door or something banging on a door. The door is being bashed again. You lift the table over and you make again another makeshift barricade. You look around the room and you're in another dead end place, guys. You have seen.
Why is it with us in? God damn.
Creatures
Sorry.
outside. That should be your company. Yeah, that's what you set up when you find
Nan and Rook's marvelous barriers.
I do have wood carving tools, so we could start a furniture shop after the adventure. That's
As soon as we get out here, we're just gonna go and make our own furniture shop.
Yeah, there we go.
Bespoke hand carved barriers. I love it.
Portable barriers.
Barbarian tieflings. Anyway,
you look down and the guy's back on the floor and he's crowded over these books, pouring through the pages. Every book is so well thumbed, and you can see fingers have been ran along them every time, and that there is, the writing is becoming indistinct on the pages that he's looking through. And there is candles in the room lit on sconces on the walls, like little outlets on the walls. And you, Arden, wanted to look around. This could be a records room of some sort.
And position-wise in the monastery.
In the lower floors.
Lower floors.
Not low, not too low. It's in this place because of the temperature and less moisture. So they want it to be cold but less damp for books and things like that.
Dry for preservation.
Yeah.
So there may be food.
Calm down, okay? You're a fucking person, chill.
No, that was Meta.
Oh shit, yeah, okay.
That was me.
My bad.
Okay, so you're confronted with this guy on the floor. It's rocking, and Ed is just looking at you with tears in his eyes at the moment, Niala, because you told him to come over and and give you a hand.
So he's holding my hand?
No, he's just looking at you. Lay down.
Okay, I'm just going to grab one of his shoulder and just come make him come near me and say, look around, try to find something that could help us to barricade this door, and don't let anyone come in. Okay? You want to do this? You can do this to Mama?
So the dog's
Dog attack.
Good dog. Right, does everybody want to have a break? Because the dogs want to come out.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So you see a creature that is scuttling fast towards the door. It's stuck outside. The back of this creature is kind of parallel to the floor. It doesn't have an angle or anything to its back. It's just, it looks like a normal humanoid shape, but is not moving in a bipedal fashion. It's moving like on all fours. So you've got this guy rocking on the floor. You've got the guy. You've got Ed just going around looking at books. You've got these potions that Nan knows what one of them is. There is another potion on the floor in a file, and there's scrolls and books and all kinds of stuff all over the place. Just this guy's been in here for you can't tell how long. There's empty jars. There's a smell of rot, and there's a smell of well lived in space. There is no other way out. So there is everything that a creature does in this space is in this space.
Oh boy. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do for now is just go to the potion and examine them with Nan.
Okay, so the one that Nan held, she knows what it is. The other, what do you do, Nan? You're kind of at the potions.
Oh, I went back to help with the door, so I'm kind of closer to the action, but I gestured to Nyala, potions, scrolls. Sounds like more scrolls are not my thing.
I'm gonna examine all of this and see what we can do with it.
Okay, so the potion first. So you pick up the potion, and make a
Arcana.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, go on.
19.
Okay, you examine this potion, and you determine it has a most bizarre effect. It's a potion that you have not seen before, or even really heard of before.
Okay.
And you believe that this potion, if drunk or consumed, would make someone have no weight.
Busy lifting drink.
So
5 hours.
so some kind of levitation drink?
Not levitation. They wouldn't
Fly.
fly or float, but they would
I
have
don't know, wait.
That's
zero
fine.
weight.
Would it wear off when you burp? Is the question.
No, it would last 5 hours, Maruk.
Oh.
Oh, so that would be something for you, Murk. Something that can
For flying?
because that would make
So-
you
If you have no weight, gravity doesn't keep you down. You just
So
Yeah.
much size shaming from a rook.
What to say? Like,
no. It would
just
be
because
like
he's
for
a chunk, he's a chunky boy. There's no need for
no.
this.
I don't mean for this. I mean for more like when you have to carry things.
It would move as if it was moving in water, in normal air, any object or person or something like that that would consume it.
Okay. I just keep the 2 and now the scrolls.
Okay, so we've got 1 potion of healing and 1 potion of 5-hour weightlessness.
Okay.
What kind
Let
of
me
banana
just
block?
add that. Let me just add that.
Yeah, you do.
So
that.
So
yeah, while everyone's kind of in the room, I'm just going to kind of stand facing the door just in case anything does happen to make its way through.
You listen outside the door. You can still hear the screeching, rattling of this creature outside the door. It appears still not to have got out of Nan's trap.
I have to know, is it a potion of greater healing?
No.
No, just a potion of healing.
So when I threw the,
I can't take it in D&D Beyond if it's just a potion.
It should be in gear, not in potions.
Yeah, it's not under the potions tab. It's in
Yeah,
just
because it's not technically classed for some reason as a magical item. It's just a standard item.
Okay.
when I threw the spear, did it like embed itself in the door, or was it in the floor?
It hit the door.
The door. So I took out. So there would be a hole in the door.
Not deep enough.
Pardon?
And there's no
Not deep
potion
enough,
of
sorry.
weightless.
I can't. What was that? Sorry, Pete.
There is not the spear pierced. The doors are quite thick in this place.
Okay, then. Yeah.
So
No.
it wasn't
never
deep
mind.
enough, no.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stand at the door, shield and hammer ready, just in case anything comes through.
Peter, there's no the second potion you told me about.
No, I will. It doesn't exist. It's a homebrew, so I can send you the details on Discord to add manually later on if you like.
Okay, I just wrote it in my notes.
Yeah, that's fine. You put it in your equipment notes or extra equipment. It's in. You put it in that, but you can handwrite that in there.
Custom stuff can be made on D&D Beyond to add
I can
later
craft
on.
it later if you want to have it as an actual item. It's no problem. We'll make it up.
How do you wrote it?
A potion of weightlessness.
So it'll be like 0 gravity and all that stuff, like that.
I imagine it the way that I would RP it is that it would move as though it was through water. So it wouldn't. It would be something that was buoyant within water, but air would become like viscous almost, so that you could push an item.
You wouldn't sink.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
You could anoint something like a crate that's too heavy. You could.
That
like
would be an
splash it
oil,
in.
not a potion.
It says to be consumed.
Okay.
So if someone consumes it, 5 hours of this strange
Yeah,
effect.
have to be something living, I think.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway,
So yeah, you got this room. Tell me about what you're doing, guys.
Oh shit, where am I?
You're in
Guarding the door.
I'm guarding the
I'm
door.
just
with
checking
the-
the scrolls to see if is there anything we can
Mhm.
use.
I'm starting to regret my earlier statement, and I might want to retract it.
What?
The best way out might not be up.
Maybe I might start kind of old places sometimes have secret entrances and secret passageways. I'm gonna start kind
Yeah,
of trying
Arden
to
has
look for
been here
something
for-
that
This place fell into the ice and into the depths.
okay.
We have an exit below us, so I'm starting to think
You
we're going into a mountain. We're going up through a mountain rather than going sideways out onto a plain.
Arden,
make
think
sense?
it that way. If we're going up in a mountain, on the top of the mountain, we can see where to go.
I know where we are. We're Zimrica. I have a rough idea of what direction we need to travel to get to the next town or city. I'm just saying, do we really want to continue up?
How long have you lived here? When you
I
were
was here for years.
only a year?
No, I was here for about 10 years.
Oh, 10 years. Okay. And it's been a while since you left. So we know more or less the quickest way to like go like outside if we just rush it.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm starting to think. Look, if the Order wants to retake this place and clear it and stop its defiling, then great. But I think we should go back down, go out the door that we know leads to the outside, and get the hell out of here.
And fight a priest that we know is too powerful to us. Come on, Arden. You want us all dead?
We don't know that he's too powerful for us, and at the same time, he could be long gone.
Oh, you've seen the thing is summoned.
And we killed it.
We killed it because we were at outnumbered.
Yeah, and a few of these things that are
Imagine.
behind our door right now, there could be hundreds more, and there's more that are going to be in the actual monastery.
You came all the way to the north to here. Does it really scares you?
Wait, I thought you lived here your entire life, like Mela, like Anna, like.
No, I did not live here my entire life. I never.
He traveled
No,
with
like
his
in the
group.
region.
Yes, I'm from Furhurst, but I didn't live here my
Oh,
entire life.
okay. My bad. Right.
When you mention way out, the madman kind of let out a giggle.
What's so funny, man?
It just goes back to his mumbling, rocking.
Edward, can you comfort your new friend?
Edward goes over and crouches down and peers into his eyes and sees that those dilated pupils, and there's nothing there. There is a layer of some sort of security that this person has created in this dark space to cover his isolation and torment in this place, and the scratching on the door from these creatures that he's obviously been hounded by for God knows how long.
Not stay here.
Edward doesn't
So
have
we either
the.
have to continue.
Sorry, Edward does not have the skill to communicate with this person. I only offer him simple human comfort.
right previously ordered that we should go back there and go through the exit that we know about?
Oh, sure. We would look like cowards.
You can stay up here and die if you want.
I might as well, but I need to talk to Arden first about something
Okay. So you guide
in
Arden.
private.
You guide Arden to one corner of the room. Maruk, you are by the door, and finally you hear a kadunk, and you hear this thing free itself from the trap behind the door, and you hear this fade away into the distance. But it didn't just sound like one fading away. It could have been several of these creatures the other side of the door. Nan, you are looking at, you are again confronted with this room. Guy on the floor, Edward down crouched looking at him. Sin, you see the same thing. What's going on? And all these books and scrolls scattered everywhere.
I wanted to check the scrolls. Oh.
Yeah, the scroll.
Oh, yeah, you were checking scrolls while
Yeah,
everybody else
I thought
was.
you were adding stuff. So roll a Arcana for one of the scrolls, please.
A 6.
You can't decipher this scroll right now,
Okay.
but you can pocket the scroll if you wish to.
I mean, yeah.
It looks like something possibly magical upon it, but you're not quite sure at this stage what it is.
Okay.
Is anybody else looking at the stuff, the scrolls? Anybody having a look through?
No, we're just by the door.
So Niala, you unroll one scroll and you see that it is.
What level?
Sorry,
What level? Because there's a
you don't know.
there's cantrip level.
It's just a scroll of paper for now. Just you can just write it manually in your notes till you identify.
Okay, I'm just going to log it as a case map or scroll.
Yeah, that's fine. And you unroll one of them and you reveal a map of Frohast, the entire continent of Frohast.
Okay. Well, I guess we have a map now.
And you see sort of little lines been drawn on it all over, and like mapping out routes or journeys taken.
Okay.
All over it, different places, different locations upon the map.
Can I look for a specific location?
You can.
You know.
You only have the map of Frohast. You don't have the map of the world.
Fragmented islands.
It's just this continent.
But is it going in the direction of?
You see that there are many lines that cross over the ice bridge at Mordensal.
Okay.
That would lead to the main continent of Gregden.
Okay.
Would that be would that be like the ones you just sent us, like through the on the drawings that you sent us?
Gregden, yeah. The ice bridge is on the very first map I think I sent you guys. So you've got Frohast down the bottom. There's an ice bridge that connects the two continents together. It's in the maps page, I think.
Yeah.
To the southern continent, to the middle continent, there's an ice bridge at Mordensal. And Mordensal's definitely on the map for Frohast.
But I'd hazard a guess that there would be a route marked down from here to a partial route to the end of Frohast towards Kareem.
Do you want to go and look over her shoulder because you're with her? So
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you look at the map, make an investigation.
Ooh, here we go.
You have to join me.
Not bad, 14.
You can make it with advantage as well because you would have seen this before.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah. I'll stick with 14.
Okay.
All right, so you look at this and you realize that these are missionary routes. So this is where people would be given a direction of travel to move. It does not plot an exact route. It's just a guide of who different colors on the map represent different groups of monks or monks individually that would go out. You follow your finger on the paper and you actually see your last fateful journey from when you left. You trace your finger along to where it met at, uh, at Kakanzak's and then to Mordensal, which is where you went when you left Frohast, when you left the monastery.
Yep.
Zimreka, and kind of you kind of have this feeling of kind of helplessness because even if you had been here, you would have been down here with these things. You would now be one of these things, most likely.
And did you talk about the third rule, or there was only two?
Sorry, say again.
Was there only two
Scrolls.
scrolls or three?
2 scrolls, and then there's
Okay.
lots of scrolls of paper, but they seem to be making an investigation on some of the other ones. This is going to be straightforward investigation, Niala, not Arcana.
Okay. Investigation, and it's a dirty 20.
This the rest of the scrolls seem handwritten, and
Okay.
the older, dirtier scrolls, the handwriting is very fine and precise. And as you get to the ones that are fresher ink, but more dishevelled paper and more dishevelled parchment, the handwriting gets crazier and more repetitive. Over and over again, the same phrases repeated upon the paper.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'm just showing really quick to Arden, and I'm whispering to him. Okay, this is the root of your people, I guess. I want to know, Arden, because I smelled something in the tomb that I hope you're not involved with. I explained to you all that I came from a place that became dark, polluted, and all kind of bad things you can do to playing with trees and grass and all. I smelled made my home on the bodies that were in those tombs. Would you mind explaining this to me?
This order was made of people from far and wide, different races, from all over, from different continents, from all over Earl. It could have been that you smelt one that was from your homeland.
Make a history check, Arden.
My woman, I live in the wild, Arden. How do you expect me to believe that one person of your order came from this wildlife without me knowing?
Niala, what you smelt was
12.
12. So what you smelt, Niala, was the smell of incense that you remember from the people that took your place. With your 12, Arden, you know that there is incense used within a lot of the ceremonies within the order, but the incense isn't made here. It's not of this place. You wouldn't have the spices or the ingredients that would constitute being able to make anything of this kind. It's a barren plain, Fohast. So with your insight, you realize that it would, as you assume, come from somewhere else. That the monks must import it from somewhere.
What did you exactly smell, Nyala? What was it that you smelled? Was it the person? Was it something on the person? Was it?
I smelled what those bastard, those nasty little people that came to my land and ruined it, smelled. Some kind of smoky smell that that they bring there, that just and pests all over the plain, all of the trees, the grass.
The smell is a kind of like aniseed and molasses combined. Sickly sweet but slightly spiced. And you can still almost smell that smoke in your nostrils when you start speaking the other.
Nyala, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. The monks, we got people and things from all over. From the way you're describing it, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so we're going to make...
I'm just going to describe it to him because I don't have a great memory. So I'm going to describe it to him and just look at him and be like, if any of your people are involved of what happened to me when I was 11, so 9 years before, I swear to you, I don't care if they are your people, I will kill them. Do you get that?
I understand.
Thank you.
Nyala, make an insight versus Arden making a persuasion.
Persuasion or deception?
No, are you being honest? Because you're being honest, you don't know.
True.
So I'd say a persuasion, and then I want Nyala to roll an insight.
17.
Can I wait? Just to point out, okay, I rolled a natural 1. I have a -1 in charisma. So technically, it's
zero.
0.
It's a 0. No.
Nyala,
I'm like an open book right now.
Nyala, with you're trying to persuade her that you don't know. So with that, but you have done a very bad persuasive technique. She, with her high insight,
She thinks I do know something I don't think I know when I actually know.
she thinks
I don't know I actually know because I'm persuading her that I don't know.
so. She thinks that you are not telling the whole truth.
4-dimensional chess.
She thinks that she looks at you and raises part of her lip and revealing those sharp feline fangs, and lets out a small little growl that you've not heard from her before, and turns away. Okay.
I'm just going to add one thing. While I do this, I'm going to smack him in the in the face with my tail.
So
Okay.
this actually makes it look like I've lied,
Yeah.
even though I've been trying to tell the truth.
Yeah.
He's like saying I don't understand, even though I'm being completely honest.
She's pissed.
identifying something in me which makes me think there's something slightly that I might know about. So it makes it look like I'm lying about knowing what's happened to her people. Great. Critical fails. Brilliant.
Okay, so
Brilliant.
Nan, you're the only one sort of not you're sort of round the room. You see Ed, see a guy on the floor. He's back to his books, running his fingers along the books, mumbling, chatting to himself, and Ed just sort of is wandering around looking at his books. Sin is also what's Sin doing? Tell me what Sin's doing.
Sin is whispering to herself. Wow. Well, not whisper, more like a mumble, right? So that she knows what she's saying, nobody else knows what she's saying. Right besides Rook, preparing to attack whatever comes through.
Okay, cool. So Nan, you're the only one around.
Yeah, the conversation is making Nan between Nyala and Arden very uncomfortable. This is a level of people interaction.
Yeah, you can sort of
doing
see
a
that.
wide.
Yeah, you can sort of see that happening. They're speaking in reasonably hushed tones, so you catch snippets of vitriol and that it's not a good conversation, and that you just your natural sense of this is not going well over there makes you steer clear of it, so you don't get the whole.
Absolutely. I've noticed that the noises have stopped. We've the door scratching?
Yeah, make a percept. See if you can see it, or you can ask your party member Maruk, who's standing by the door.
Dang me! Oh, sheesh.
And Sin.
Maruk, Sin, is there any?
I think they may have gone for now.
Okay.
I think they may have sprung your trap. But we must potentially move with haste if we are to eventually leave this place.
Okay. I will. I just want to do like a scan and see if there's anything else that's useful in this room, non books.
Okay. So you look round. You find a corner that is disgusting, and you turn away from that space. You turn back and you see the character again, then over the books, just sort of with his finger on each line going across, and you see he has a piece of coal and he has a scroll next to him, and he's writing little notes.
Transcribing, like writing things from book into. Can I maybe?
You could ask him.
I don't want to talk to him. It makes me very uncomfortable.
More comfortable than Arden.
That was my intention, and I like it. So
Great.
yeah, okay.
I'm the one that makes
You can make an investigation to sort of lean over.
Kind of. Yeah. Do the sort of letters look similar? Ish.
Right.
Investigation.
Investigation, please. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Oh, bloody hell! 3. He's too smelly.
You can see that some of the passages are similar. You can see that there are additional writings in common that are kind of his own insight, his own knowledge, maybe, or the book that he has in front of him isn't the only source of the writing that he's putting down.
Okay. Do I remember what he was saying before we entered the room? They've let them out. They
looking for something, wasn't he?
The answers must be here somewhere in the piles, in the deep.
Does Arden recognise this person?
You haven't had a close enough look.
So Arden will just look at it.
You go over and you lift his matted hair from his face, and he doesn't look at you. He's just completely focused on the book. And you slide the hood back on his head, and you stare into his face. And through the dirt and grime and slime upon his face, you realize that you do recognize this face. This is the bookkeeper. This is the keeper of books from the order. His name is Darvel. You know this Darvel character well. He was the one who would keep the accounting and any funds that were donated and that kind of stuff, rewards, and very meticulous in his prime and amazing at keeping record and that kind of stuff.
Oh, my friend, what has happened to you?
Sorry, slight diversion from what might be happening with Arden, but I guess Nan would probably look around the books to see if any books look like they might have people that look like her in them, because she's curious. That's the only thing she'd like a book for.
Pictures.
She likes pictures.
Make an
And
investigation.
Nan read.
Make an investigation of the room.
Oh, bloody hell. 4.
You don't find anything that has pictures of you. You do find a book that has pictures in it, though.
Oh, I'll take that one if it's got pictures.
It has pictures, but you haven't had a close enough look. You'll have to have a look at this again later on to sort of get some further knowledge from it.
Nyala just looking at everyone and trying to not look at Arden. And just look at everyone, look at the door, think for a moment, and well, I mean, we've done a lot of effort to come here, almost fight. And I think we should sit and study those books and eventually try to talk to the people, get something out of them so we can move on. So why not rest a bit and do that?
Okay, so as you do that, when you're trying not to look at Arden, you see Arden crouch down and pull the hood back on the character in the center, and you see that flicker of recognition that Arden knows this person.
I'm just going to do some things. It's that those animals that sometimes I've only raise one side to show their teeth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
You like bare part of your teeth at this interaction. Arden, we're back with you.
Did you say that that Darvel is elven? Yes.
No, Elven was the creature that was charging towards.
Oh yes.
Yeah. This person is human. Darvel is human.
Darvel is human. Okay.
I was saying, is he like middle aged, old?
He's
look
just
rather
covered
young.
in filth. He was older. He is an older person, yeah. You
Okay.
see that now the hood's revealed, greying hair mixed with dirt and grease and ink and yeah, just general deprecation. Like the room is disgusting. Like you don't know what he's been eating to survive or live on, but there are the potions on the table, so he could have just there's empty vials, so he could literally have just been in here.
Did Darvel pass the trials?
Devel is old enough to have passed the trials.
Okay.
Trials? What trials?
Yeah, well, you don't know, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Darvel, can you hear me?
He doesn't look up.
Darvel, we are going to Kareem to meet the others. The circle. Marseilles.
At the
Come
word
with us.
at the word Kareen, the finger stops on the page tracing words, and those eyes look to you.
I look at the words that he was tracing.
Making him, well, you look down and you can just read, so this is not a hard thing to read. It
Okay.
looks like he's trying to piece together scraps of lore. You see lines from one book and a page reference, and then you see another line from another book and there's a page reference, and then there's quotes here and there, and like there's scripture, there's history, it's like he's making a mind map on these scrolls, trying to refine down to a point, an answer. He's looking for something.
I take the roll of cloth from my back. I wrap part of my cloak around my hand, so it's almost like a glove. I reach in and I take out one of the crystals and hold it in front of him.
He screams and retreats across to the other side of the room, pushing himself against the wall, trying to get himself into the corner as far as he can away from it.
I just put it back. As soon as I get that reaction, I put it back in.
Yeah.
Great. Now you scared him, Arden.
Now we know what happened to him.
Mm.
The starfall.
Wait a minute.
He just says,
Oh.
the starfall. The reason. The starfall. The starfall.
This is what would have happened to me if you hadn't pulled me off of that thing, Rook.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I might have a question for this guy. Since you've encountered the crystal, maybe he has seen those people stuck in one body.
The many mouths. Oh yeah, you could ask him. So you ask him if he's seen the many mouths.
What Nyala does, or I do?
Nyala, were you going to ask?
No,
No, okay.
she would not.
Okay.
Davel, have you been down here this entire time?
Many. The crystal seems to have broke his concentration from this thing, and he's just shaking now. And he says, many moons, days, nights. I don't know anymore. How long I've been here, searching, trying to find the reason, the fall, the collapse, the reason behind the starfall, the star fell.
Just doing a little bit of maths to try and work out in my head. Well, it's been 15 years.
That long? I've not seen light in that long.
That would explain the eyes, in fact.
True light, daylight. 15 years. You know, I thought I'd miss it. I don't even
Devil, you
remember
need
what
to
it
leave
looks
this
like.
place. Come with us. We're going to Kareen. Come with us.
I'm too old, too frail to make it to Kreen now. That is a journey for folks such as yourself, young Arden.
Look, I'd try to cut him off before he can continue. How about... Look, you and I both know that that won't be a problem. But if we leave you here, I can't promise that those things won't get to you. I don't know how long it will take me to come back with the rest of the order. If you can come with us, you can come back with the rest of them. You don't have to stay here alone. You've done enough.
I should like to see the sky.
Let me show it to you. Please, come with us.
Very
Even
well.
if you don't come to Kareen, leave this place. Come to safety.
I shall accompany you. Just let me get a few things. He starts picking up some scrolls. There are things here that will help us. Within this place, there is also other items that will assist us on our way. We'll have to make it past some of these creatures. There is a route out, I believe. I could not move it myself when we were sealed in. There is a heavy ice fall. There is also the ventilation systems. There is a map that will show us our way safely or relative safety from here onwards.
One last question.
Yes.
Was Oren here when the fall happened?
Oren. Does anybody have... Who has the map with the routes?
I have.
He shuffles over to you and he stinks. Your cat nostrils pick up this awful smell. And he pulls the map from you and he starts tracing his finger. Of course. Knus. He was sent to Knus.
Why was he going there?
It does not say. It just shows the path.
Did he go alone?
Oh no.
Arden?
Arden's frozen.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Drama moment.
Oh.
The joy of playing alone.
While this very tense conversation is happening, I think Nanjala is just making small talk with Marek.
Okay.
She wants to know, like, how to get stronger. She's like,
how you get so big?
Weights. Lots and lots of lifting weights. I could.
see, I'm quite good at like moving around quite quickly, but like lifting and doing. Maybe is there a thing where you lift yourself?
Yes, pull-ups. So what we can start with is if you find a door frame, grab the
Like
door
this one?
frame. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Obviously, you need there to be not a door in the way.
Ah,
So
Okay.
open the door frame, and when you are in said door frame, if you just put your feet against the bottom of the frame, pull your hands out, and just pull and pull until you can do that comfortably for about 50, 60 times without any pain or anything. And then go from there to maybe the top of the door frame, pull up, and then...
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My internet just died in my house, so I'm on my mobile right now.
That great
okay.
super whizzy internet.
So literally the last thing I heard was, I don't know. I asked why had Oren gone to Canoes and had he gone alone,
He
and
said,
then that was all I heard.
he said, I don't know. There's no note. It's just the map. We can tell from the line who took it, and we can tell from the map who took it and where they were going. The color of the line represents that. Which continent, but where is a missive somewhere else, maybe, is kept. I don't remember that in my head. That's too much to contain.
Thank you, Darville.
I'm just going to pinch my nose and be like trying to go away from this disgusting man and just be in a space when I don't have Arden in inside or near me.
Yeah. Okay, so you are now in this room. You've now got your company of Devel, and you can choose what to do next.
I say go to the cult altar shrine. Is it an altar or is it a shrine? Or
The green space down below.
yeah.
It's like a temple-y kind of place, you would assume. Temple with a
Well,
door.
I suggest going to the temple. Because we know for a fact that leads to a way out. And then we already cleared most of the way. Or all of it.
He says, Devel says, to go deeper, never. Don't go back. Don't go deeper. There is a way here. I just do not have the strength to move the ice.
Can you show us this way?
I can, yes. But it'd be wise to collect the map of the route onwards beforehand.
Do you know where that is?
I do.
Good. And you can show us there from here.
I can.
Sorted. Arden, he's your responsibility. Just like Ed is Nyala's.
I knew that was coming.
If he falls behind, he's on you. You pick him up, you carry him. Nyala, if Ed falls behind, leave him.
Thank you.
Wow.
Fuck you, Maruk. I'm not abandoning him.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How big are the halls?
The halls that you're walking through, 10 foot wide each hall.
So can a large creature move through them without much trouble?
Yeah, probably, yeah. They're quite tall.
Right.
It's a monastery sort of thing, so it's quite an airy space in here if it had been on the surface, but it feels cavernous since you're underground.
All right.
I need to go, guys, because this is past midnight for me. So
All right.
I have to go.
We'll end it here. What we'll say is that you are at the door, and the last thing that you hear from
If we go right and up the stair, that's where there is ice. I've seen the ice.
and that's where we'll stop this game. Thanks for playing.